So if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're doing well during the week. The weekend comes and you struggle because you've been invited over, you've got in-law duties, there's a wedding, there's always something going on. The thing about being South Asian is you've always got something going on. So nutrition's a bit of an issue for you. Well, I've got a free tool for you. I'm going to take you through it. I'm going to give you a solution so that you can manage your week and you can understand your weekend a lot better so that you can still eat out and relax and not stress about gaining weight back. So here we are. On the screen you see the tool. Now this is quite easy to use. We've built it in such a way where you can't really go wrong. So the link is completely free, check it out. And the first thing you want to do is just establish what your deficit is. So if you're calorie counting, you'll know what your deficit is, and that's essentially how many calories less per day you're eating. Generally speaking, a good healthy amount is between 300 to 500. I like to do around 400, that's usually a safe bet. Okay, so that's the deficit. Now, how many times, now this is the key thing, you need to think about your weekend. If you're someone who has an event on a Saturday or a Sunday, you have a meal out on a Saturday or a Sunday, then you would just do 2 because you've got 1 on both days. For most people during the summertime, it generally is a bit of a struggle. They've got lots of events on. So for talking sake, let's say we've got 4 events on. Okay, so the first thing is a family meal. Let's say you are a parent and you want to take the kids out for a breakfast. And in most cases, it's not going to be healthy food. So there's going to be lots of food, most likely very high calories, and in the evening you have been invited out or the family are going out or you just want to order out, for example. You can click on that option, and again, unless there's going to be lots of healthy options, you would click on this option. Okay. Sunday, let's say you have a wedding to attend, so again, wedding food is usually high calorie affairs. And then in the evening time, let's say you want to go out for desserts or you've been invited over again, let's just say a family meal, and there'll be lots of food. So you need to think about exactly what typically goes on in your week so you can use this tool. You need to sit back and think, where am I weak? Do I typically go wrong with the food? Where do I get invited to normally? What do I get up to? And that will allow you to be able to use this a lot better. Show my result, and this will show you exactly the calories that you are essentially bringing back into your physique, into your body rather. So 1,173, it's not an exact science, but we've built this on the back of over a decade of experience working with, well over 1,000 South Asian clients. So we know typically what most typical UK Asian food will contain. So that's what you're looking at. So you've saved Monday to Friday around 2,000, that's your deficit, but the weekend added in 3,173. Not an exact science, but that's what you're looking at. This is a bit of a problem, okay? And this is where most people stay stuck because they've always got something going on and they don't account for it. So the key thing is not just the kind of foods that you have, it's the frequency. If you just have one meal on a Saturday and one meal on a Sunday where you relax, I think you'll be just fine. But if you've got a couple of things going on, this is where the tool can be quite helpful. People tend to forget that one bad meal is not going to be a bad thing for you. It's the frequency. How often are you doing it? And this will give you a better idea as to where those calories are coming from. So if you click on what this means long term, this just gives you an insight into exactly what the next 4 weeks are looking like. So typically during wedding season, this is what you tend to look at. A lot of people tend to gain some body fat during wedding season, or if it's a long holiday, generally that's what you're looking at. Okay, so here's the best part about it. If you click on this button here, okay, you put your email address in, and I will personally send over to you over the next 7 days daily practical tips that you can follow that are easy, stuff that I do with our clients so that they can go out and enjoy life as a Desi person and not stress about having a roti salad when they're invited over to their mums. On day 7, feel free to delete my email. You can take it to spam. I don't really care. What I'm more concerned about is whether you put these next 7 days into action. I promise you it's going to be packed full of value. So check out this tool. It's completely free. If you don't want to, it's entirely up to you, but hopefully this tool would have shed some light for you. It's completely free, and you can save the link somewhere. But put your email in. We'll send you over the next 7 days some guidance, and then feel free to get back in touch afterwards with any more questions if you have any. So there you go. Very simple. What matters most at the weekend is how often are you having those high calorie meals. 1 or 2 is totally fine, but you need to have an awareness as to roughly what the numbers are. You don't have to be exact, but just getting an idea, because what we tend to see is Monday to Friday people eat pretty decent. We tend to see a lot of people eating very low calories Monday to Friday, and their appetite is built up massively, so they go all out at the weekend. Now, weight loss is predicated on food quality as well, as we know this. Fiber is a huge component. We don't really see fiber just as gut friendly anymore, but we should see it as a satisfying food when it comes to hunger. Aloo gobi doesn't count. I made a video for that actually. In my own kitchen, I'm going to take you through some of my favorite sources that don't just include boring vegetables. I'm going to go through some of my hacks that's going to allow you to hit around 25 to 30 grams of fiber easy, so you make your weight loss efforts a lot easier. So before you go, check out that video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.